Hello! At the start of today's episode, I'm coming to you with an emergency broadcast. We've had a financial takeover at the club. So this has all happened very quickly. You can see here on the 17th of April, the only news item we have in relation to a takeover is just rival consortiums continue to battle for Wrexham. These sorts of things go on every so often. I get a news article about it once every 3 months or something, saying, oh, there's people wanting to buy the club, nothing ever happened. And I just thought this was another rumour that came through. Rhys Johnson and Gareth Johnson are the two guys wanting to come in to take over the club. And at least they've got Welsh names. Johnson, I suppose, is relatively Welsh. So I guess that's kind of makes sense, right? But then 3 days later, they've taken over, which is kind of exciting. In fact, no. There's two different Johnsons, I've just realised. Rhys Johnson lost it, and it was Gareth Johnson who took over. So two rivals, actually spelt differently there, so maybe they're not quite related, but still, two Johnsons trying to take over the club. Okay, well, Gareth took over then. A personal message is £2.6 million has been put into the club's coffers, great, and a new transfer budget calculated. I don't think that's changed anything at all in the slightest. If we look at finances, if I can find them, nothing's really changed at all in finances. He's come in and decided to get rid of 4 of our affiliate clubs, Rijeka, Dukla Prague, York and Torquay. These two are frustrating because they were really good for scouting networks and they've just got rid of them. I'm really annoyed about that. York and Torquay, not so much. We still have 2 affiliate clubs with Dalian and Kansas City. I have asked for a new affiliate club and they just said no, so I'm not very happy with these guys. But there's another reason that I'm not very happy with these guys, because they've just randomly put a bid in for £69 million for Pavel Zapletol, who is a midfielder that I don't really want. We've got a great midfield already. He's a left-footed Mazzala, so he's playing on the left-hand side of our midfield, right? If we compare him with, if we can find Alparslan, right? Very similar players, but in the areas where I want the Mazzala to be good, vision, attacking, technique, Alparslan's better. So I'm a bit frustrated they're going to spend £69 million on this guy, give him 165 grand a week, and guess what? I can't cancel it. Transfer, I cannot cancel this at all. If I go onto the transfer centre, I can't cancel it. I mean, yes, he's a good player. I don't really want him, though. And guess what? It's going to take away budget from us for next season for a new keeper. If they could bring in a new keeper, that would be great. But I don't want a new keeper. And it's going to take away our budget. We're going to spend £69 million on a player, unless it's not going to come out of our balance. I feel like it might not come out of our balance, actually. Have I had this before in the past? They've signed players and it doesn't come out of our budget. Because if that's the case, I wouldn't mind it. If that's the case, I wouldn't mind it. But I don't know if that is the case or not. So, I guess, we just carry on. We'll get to the Liverpool game, play Liverpool, Leeds, Liverpool, and I'll let you guys know. But I felt like I had to alert you because, oh my God, another offer. A £92 million bid for a centre-back. Kenneth Hoyer, who is a right-back / centre-back. I mean, they love these Bayern Munich players. I mean, I won't say, if we're not going to pay for it, I won't say no. But, I mean, are there more players coming in? Or is it just those two? Oh, it's just those two, okay. I must have missed him in the previous looking at the screen, okay. Right. Well, if this doesn't come out of our budget, then I won't mind signing them. I don't think. Oh, luckily the midfielder's going to not join us. He's going back to Bayern Munich. They've accepted a new contract with them. This is a roller coaster right now. I'm going to play this game off camera, but I'll be back in a second. Also, our under-18s, by the way, are now in the UEFA Youth League semi-final. They've won it, sorry. They're in the final of it. They just beat Copenhagen. So our under-18s might become the winners of the under-18 Champions League or something. Looks like this centre-back, though, is set to join us. How much do I like him? He is quite good, actually, to be fair. I mean, I play more as a centre-back than a wing-back, I think. If we compare him with Arian B, yeah, this guy's probably better than Arian B. Not quite as much going forward, but that's fine. We don't need him going forward. He's a centre-back, right? So, I mean, it's a lot of money, but if we don't pay for it, and it's just coming out the board's pockets, that's fine by me. Oh, and now I get to choose if I accept it or not. Oh, and this is worrying. This is worrying. So I can cancel it if I want to. I don't think we pay for it. I'm gambling on the fact that I think it comes out of the board's pocket, not the club's pocket, essentially. So I'm going to press accept. Oh dear me. Is that the right thing to do? Because it would improve our back line. Transfers. No, finances. No, it's not. We might have got lucky with that. I mean, it's one less signing we need to make in summer, because my plan actually was to bring in a centre-back in summer. I do think we need to strengthen that back line just a little bit. And so that works quite nicely. Although, if we win the Champions League, there won't be a next season, will there? Anyway, we're at the Liverpool game now, aren't we? So, welcome back to the Wrexham Way, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and looking forward to today's episode as we take on Liverpool, Leeds, and Liverpool. I guess now I can talk to you about what's happened in between episodes. And bad news, everyone. We lost the FA Cup semi-final against Crystal Palace 2-1. We're out of the FA Cup. We're not going to win all 5 trophies this season, despite actually having more shots on target, a much higher XG, more possession. Palace came through and beat us. Rather frustrating at the end of that game. We just sort of fell apart a little bit. So a loss there in the FA Cup, but it's not the end of the world. We did manage to beat Southampton 3-1 and Brighton 5-1. But more importantly, look at the table. 1 game in hand on Liverpool, 1 point behind. And this is because Liverpool played Newcastle in between fixtures. So if we go back to this fixture here, the 16th of April, this is when we were playing against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. Newcastle and Liverpool drew 0-0. And that is huge for us. They took points off each other. The next game week, that's when we played Southampton and won. But Liverpool drew 0-0 to Everton, which was pretty exciting. And we've just played Brighton, won 5-1, as Liverpool won 4-1. But their draws were enough for us to catch up. Newcastle have lost 2-1 to Man United there. Didn't play there because that was our game in hand, I suppose, over them. Or one of our games in hand. So yeah, we still have that game in hand over Liverpool, but now one over Liverpool, Newcastle and Liverpool. I'm excited. We've got games in hand on Liverpool and Newcastle. It's looking good for us. Win the game in hand that we have. I'm not sure who it's against. Not Leeds, not Newcastle, West Ham. We'll do that next episode probably. Win that, we could go top of the table. So there's all sorts going on here as we take on Liverpool now in the Champions League semi-final. What we need to do though is pick the first team. Everyone's fit and ready to go. Again, Finley off for Randy Ramheimer. So Mansell, Nouri, Arian B, Luis Felipe and Neto in the back line. Martinez, Alparson, Paniota, Daniel Patrick in the back line, in the midfield, and then Nice and Pereira leading the line. I'm so excited. I'm fired up. This is a big game. We know we can beat Liverpool. We have beaten Liverpool. We know we're better than Liverpool. We know we can get a result here today. Let's go out there and prove it. So kickoff is upon us here today, and Liverpool are the team coming forward through Trent Alexander-Arnold down the right hand. If they score an early goal, that's going to sap all my energy away. I mean, it's been a very exciting episode so far. I've really enjoyed today's episode so far with the takeover. That seems quite exciting. They got rid of affiliate clubs, which I'm not too happy about, but knowing that we don't have to pay for those, well, that one player coming in is pretty handy, actually. And it's one of the best defenders around, probably. So I'm pretty happy with him coming in. I'm not fussed about the midfielder because I do prefer Alparson anyway. Don't think we need to improve the midfield. But a new goalkeeper for next season is certainly needed as Pereira fires that shot wide of the mark. And the rest of his first half is, not looking good for it. It's flown by and we've not done an awful lot out there. Into the dressing room, thrash the arms. You've been terrible so far. Sort it out. Let's get this result against Liverpool. Arian B into Alparslan, through to 8-0. And if we can score a goal right early on in this second half, this would be wonderful. As the ball is played back to Nico Mantle. Okay, nice, nice passing around. I like it. As Neto now brings it forward over the halfway line into Daniel Patrick, back to Neto, into Martinez, back to Luis Felipe. Okay, we're playing nicely right now as Nice, into Pereira, into Alparson, back to Pereira. It's a great last-ditch challenge there. Brilliant passing from us, by the way, but that last-ditch challenge... I can't talk. The last-ditch challenge from Ndicka there was fantastic to keep Liverpool ahead in this game. Otherwise, that was a certain goal for Pereira. Can you tell I'm excited? I can't talk, I'm so excited. Free kick, though, for Liverpool. From deep, they can't get the ball into the area, and a counter-attack is now on. Pereira over the top is through. Finish this off. Good save by the keeper. Keeper closed down the angles quite well, but although Pereira's great at scoring goals and finishing, he's got nearly 40 goals this season. Imagine how many more he would have if his mentals were just a little bit better. Composure a bit better, technique a little, not technique actually, it's very good. Decision making a little bit better, stuff like that. Things would be very different as we nearly concede through a defensive error there. Not ideal. We are losing though, and that is something that I don't like at all. We're going to go attacking. I'm going to shout encourage out there. But hopefully we're going to get on a good counter-attack as the ball is brought down to Daniel Patrick, coming back from an injury right now. Is fit enough to play. I think he comes back properly like in the next day or two. So he is fine to play today. Hasn't played in between episodes at all. But as Paniotov can't get the ball in the back of the net, the keeper nearly messes things up and does a little bit because Aitnuri finds a ball to Nice. Nice into the middle. And it's sly tackled in the back of the net by Daniel Patrick for only his third goal of the season. Okay, we're back in this. Although it's only the first leg, isn't it? Only the first leg. Apparently Frank Nice wants to come off the pitch. He's quite tired. We might make that change in a minute, but that's a great goal there from Daniel Patrick. Huge determination from him to put that one in the back of the net. As PSG, Man United also 1-1 in their game. Tactically, let's bring Nice off the pitch then if he's tired. Let's get Daniel Patrick off because his injury apparently is hindering him. We will bring onto the pitch. Oh, we've not got Vasco Sousa on the bench. That's annoying. We'll bring Asper onto the pitch. And they're the two changes that we'll make right now. We'll stick on attacking because we need to get a bit more shots on target, a bit higher XG. We need to get a second goal here because this is our home leg, right? We take advantage of being at home here today because Liverpool will put us to the sword at Anfield as Mansell, with a decent save there, punches it away nicely. And Aitnuri brings it out from the back. Randy Ramheimer collects the ball. Running down the wing. Can't get past Kalou, but does not win it back. Alexander Arnold then forward to Devine, into Adil. And the ball over the top, won by Arian B. Right, this is where we come alive. Asper. Out to Neto, back to Asper, who's got space in behind the defence on this right-hand side. Puts a cross in towards Panayotov, who misses... Wait, penalty? I always get nervous with penalties, and then I remember Neto's taking it. And he's never missed a penalty for us. Never missed a penalty for us. He's scored every single one he's ever taken. I thought he missed that one. I thought the keeper had got his hand to it. No, Neto scores his fifth goal of the season, his fifth penalty probably as well, I must say. 2-1. We're winning this game. We'll drop back down to positive as well. And we'll also shout encourage to the team out there who it's not actually worked very well at all. A few players have gone, very smiley. Other players have actually gone backwards the other way. But as it stands right now, we take the advantage of the first leg. 2-1. First blood to Wrexham. 90 minutes away from a Champions League final in our first season in the Champions League. And now it's Leeds United in 3 days' time, a game that we need to be winning. So we are going to training, rest, everyone for 2 days, and we might make a couple of changes anyway, because what's Lion telling me? Nice, Pereira, Paniotov, Felipe, Neto all need rest. I'm sure they do, but we're nearly into the season. We needed to keep playing well. Team meeting? No thank you. I don't want to do it. No team meetings because I will mess it up massively. And as the Leeds game comes around very quickly, how much of this team do we keep and how much of it do we change? Let's look at fitness. Well, everyone's fit apart from, Paniotov and Daniel Patrick both need to come off. Let's bring Sousa on. Let's bring Asper on, swap them over actually, probably. I prefer that way around. Nice will come off as well for Randy Ramheimer. Neto for Dest. A couple of changes. But I trust them. I trust them to win this game. And I need to rest my main players to be at their peak for the Liverpool game. At their absolute peak. Okay, kickoff is upon us, and if we can get a couple early goals here, and then we can make some early changes to rest the team, that would be absolutely wonderful. As Asper on the ball right now, into Luis Felipe, into Martinez, and it's a nice passing work down here on the right-hand side as Vasco's put through 1-0. 1-0. Okay, right. 1-0, 10 minutes in. We've got a chance to score a second goal here, and if we can do, that would be absolutely lovely. As Nuri gets it into Al Parson, who tries to put a cross in the middle. It is blocked, but only as far as Ari and B here, as Martinez turns into Vasco, shoots from distance, and Meslier, the keeper, decent save. Ari and B on the ball then. Into Vasco, puts it over the top towards Pereira. That's a great ball to Pereira, who was actually being charged down by two defenders. The keeper closed down the angles really well. It was well worked by Pereira, but even better defending there, I think, as we are approaching half-time with 9 shots on the board to Leeds' 0, which is very handy. Liverpool, by the way, are drawing to Arsenal. The league table's not up because in the Champions League there's no league table, so it just defaults to a shot map. So I have to go through it manually every single time. But as it stands right now, with Liverpool drawing to Arsenal, we go top of the table on goal difference, and I think Arsenal have just taken the lead, have they? Have they? Because I think I just saw Liverpool's goal difference change and they go and drop a point. Sal Martinez injured, by the way. Happy with the number of shots we're having right now. Let's take Sal Martinez off. I don't want to risk him. Daniel Tarpe, on you come. I need him for the game against Liverpool, as they are losing 2-1 now. Newcastle winning 3-0, that's not too much of an issue. Man City out of the running now as well, even though they are winning 3-0 against Brentford. But if Arsenal can get a result for us against Liverpool, that's absolutely monumental. Absolutely monumental. As Nuri collects the ball at the back into Al Parson. We'll probably take him off the pitch in a moment to try and rest him up for the Champions League game. But a second goal before we do that would be beautiful, as it's not put in the back of a net. You hate to see it. Okay. Changes to be made. Al Parson is going to come off the pitch for Jez Finley. And then Luis Felipe going to come off for Nopadon. There we go. Confirm those changes. Come on, Arsenal. Do us a favour here. Everything is falling into place. Liverpool would have lost 2 in a row. They've, in fact, of their last 5 games in total, they've drawn 2, now potentially lost 2, and won 1. As they're now 3-1 down to Arsenal. We have done enough to win this game right now, as Vasco takes... If he scores his free kick, this is an incredible free kick to score. No way should he score this. And he doesn't, into the wall. Fair enough. Let's not get too excited about Vasco's free kick taking. Nuri. Into Daniel Tarpe. Into Arian B. Forward to Jez Finley, who turns well. Gets the ball out wide. Puts it into... not really the middle, but Destas collect it at the far side of the penalty area, I meant to say. Vasco, Jez Finley, let's just work a killer ball into the penalty spot where someone will run onto it. I know he can do it because we do it all the time, but we're not doing it right now. I want one more goal in this game to just confirm it, because 3 minutes to go, anything can happen. Leeds yet to have a shot on target, but you know when they do have a shot on target, it will go in the back of the net. But luckily, we have doubled our lead. Ramheimer potentially offside, says the referee. I think it was timed perfectly. Goal awarded. It was timed perfectly. Excellent stuff. 10th of the season for Ramheimer, which is not bad going at all. Our youth player doing extraordinarily well there to thrash that one home. So a 2-0 win. Liverpool lose 3-1 to Arsenal. We go top of the Premier League table, qualifying for the Champions League for next season in the process as well. So we'll congratulate the team for that. Well done. And now we've got a chance to get to the final if we can beat Liverpool, who just lost to us in the Champions League and then just lost 3-1 at home to Arsenal. Sal Martinez out for 5 to 8 days. Will likely miss that game against Liverpool. Initial budgets for next season, £70 million. That's a lot of money to spend should we need to spend it if we don't win the Champions League. And we will not be taking part in the Conference League because we won the Champions League, so that's fine. Excellent stuff. Fitness concerns for Pereira, Arian B and Luis Felipe, obviously. What we will do, though, is training, rest, 2 days. 90 minutes away, but we're away from home. 90 minutes away, but we're away from home. Luckily, no injuries in between games. I was panicking, thinking that was going to happen. I mean, we've still got the rest of today to get through before the game, but I was expecting to see, like, I don't know, Pereira break his leg in training or something like that. Luckily, he's not. Alparslan wants a new contract. I mean, lad, can you just wait until the end of the season, please? Daniel Patrick, talk to him. Can he sort it out? No, he can't. Right. Discuss contract with Alparslan. Club can't afford it. Oh, for goodness sake. We'll talk new contract soon then, you prick. Right. Get out of here. I want to focus on the game, not your stupid contract. Second leg. Again, manage first team. Let's put them out there. Ramheimer on the bench. San Martinez off for Tarpe because of an injury. Vasco Sousa on the bench. That's the team. It's the usual team that we know and love, minus Martinez for Tarpe. They're very similar players. Martinez better, but Tarpe's not that far off him, to be fair. Hands together. No. Hands in pockets. Hands in pockets, calmly. The media have given you credit lately. Go out there. Show them why they give you the credit and why you deserve it. 90 minutes between us and the Champions League final at the San Siro in Milan. Luis Felipe, Neto, Pereira, goal. And there's no VAR check. No VAR check. We've got a 2-goal lead. Liverpool have a chance. Trent Alexander-Arnold puts one into the middle. I spoke too soon. It's okay. We're still winning 3-2 on aggregate. Still winning 3-2 on aggregate, which is fine. I did panic there, though. Mantle kind of made a meal of that first goal. I didn't want to bring it up too much because he has his moments, doesn't he? And they always tend to be in the Champions League. Now, whether he's doing it on purpose because he loves penalties, knows he can save them, and wants to score a penalty himself to win as the tie again or something like that, I don't know. But this makes me nervy. A Trent free kick. The worst thing is that's his first ever goal for Liverpool, it tells me at the commentary at the bottom. This random guy called Jan Fett in the Champions League semi-final scores his first goal. So either he's just played crap all season or he's a youth team player. What is it? He looks like a backup left back. 24 games this season. Yeah, you'd argue a backup left back has scored a goal. Annoyingly, I have scouted him out before to look for left backs. I know he's not good enough to replace Aït-Nouri, but he's definitely a player that's been on my list at some point, which is frustrating. As Luis Felipe clears the cross, but only as far as Finch, as Josko gets the ball into the... He's playing centre-back by the looks of things then. So he's actually a left-back, but playing centre... So they're playing basically an out-of-position left-back at centre-back today, and they're still... I just sat down. I'd literally just come from crying over the corner to sitting back down. Please be offside. Well, we now have to score 3 goals. 3 goals we need to score. I mean, at this stage, at half-time, there is absolutely nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. So, We bloody go for it, right? We go for it. Who's the best shadow striker? It would be Panayotov. I thought it might be. Or who's got better finishing? Daniel Patrick's got 8. Okay, yeah, we'll leave Panayotov there then. I can't believe it's like I can't believe it's like this. After everything we've been through this season, Panayotav's corner cleared. And it's as far as a Liverpool striker who now comes into our half, using his pace to just beat Tarpe easily. There's always next season. Always next season. And we didn't want to finish the Wrexham Way just yet, did we? We didn't want to finish the Wrexham Way just yet. Because, we said a maximum of 3 seasons to go, and we didn't want to just finish it, in the first of those 3 seasons. So next season is a better way to win it anyway, I'm sure. And, of course, we didn't win the FA Cup this season. We got knocked out of that, so we couldn't possibly, we've got to win 5 in a row, obviously. I don't want to do it unless we win all 5 in a season or something like that. So we'll go again next time. It's not quite over yet, Tom. 3 goals will bring it to extra time. And there's one of them. Just 2 more. Shout, encourage. Any changes? Let's get Nice off. He's not playing well. Ramheimer on you come. Our fullback's playing quite well. Daniel Patrick not. So Vasco Sousa on you come. And they are the changes that we'll make right now. Those 2 changes. They're the ones that will make an impact on this game as it stands right now. Although with 10 minutes to go, we'll go very attacking. A bit of a YOLO move, right? But, we've got to try something. We're either going to lose 5-2 and 6-4 aggregate, or we push everyone forward and we try and grab ourselves a goal here. Or 2 goals, I should say. But either way, with the clock ticking down as it is, we're going to be very fortunate if we do drag it to extra time. Very fortunate. As Devine gets the ball into the middle, Luis Felipe clears it. Vasco Sousa on the counter. Play to Panayotov. Saved by the keeper. If that had gone in, I would have been crying. Because that's the false hope that the highlight's still continuing. Cleared out from the back. This is it, I think. One more encourage. But Liverpool are not going to concede twice, are they? In 4 minutes of added time. Liverpool are not going to concede twice in 4 minutes of added time, are they? Because Tarpe's shooting, isn't he, of course? Well, I tell you, a semi-final of a Champions League in our first season is not too bad, is it? It's not... I think the most frustrating thing about this 6-2 loss is one, Liverpool are massively out of form. But also, I genuinely think it's our biggest defeat of the season. I don't think we've barely lost. It is. I know it is. I know for a full fact. If we're gonna lose, it might as well be by a massive margin, right? It might as well be a massive margin than losing 1-0 in the 90th minute. I don't understand how that's happened to us. We'll take the 10 million, thanks a lot, but I don't understand how we've lost 7-2. 3-1 to Madrid, we got past them, didn't we? 3-1 to Man United, 4-1 to Man City, that was a backup team. 3-1 to Madrid there. When's the last time we conceded more than 3 and 4-0 to Man City at the start of last season, or Man United, sorry. The last time we conceded 5 or so goals in a game, 5 to Arsenal there. I think I remember doing that on an episode as well, actually. But that's when we weren't quite so good. 5 to Man United there. Have we ever conceded 7 in a game? We lost 7-0 to Arsenal. Okay, we have. But that was a good 4 years ago. Point is, it's our worst result since probably that 7-0 to Arsenal. I suppose the good news is as well, for you guys that love this series, the Wrexham Way continues for at least one more season as we fight again for a Champions League title. Thank you very much for watching today. It might have been painful to watch, but it was done in the end. It was done in the end. So until next time, have a lovely evening. I'll speak to you all soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.